Hi, everybody. It's Monday, the 27th. I hope you had a good weekend. And we are rolling into our last 2 weeks of the semester and our last reading skill of it. So, woohoo! It's exciting. I am pretty much caught up on all of the grading that you submitted. So, we're going to just kind of jump into our last topic, which is critical thinking, which is combining all of the reading strategies that we have talked about and worked with into higher level Bloom's taxonomy. When you go to my reading lab and look at the critical thinking module, it's broken down into two overviews, a fact and opinion overview and then a critical thinking overview. Okay, so we're going to focus on the fact and opinion part today and tomorrow. So I'm going to walk you through what a fact and opinion is, and then I'm going to talk to you about your homework and where to find it so you can practice. Okay, so there really is a difference between fact and opinion. Okay, so let's get the facts straight. Facts are statements that can be proven. They can be verified as true or false. So if you can use a reliable source, an encyclopedia, a document that's verified, to prove it or disprove it, it is a fact. Opinions cannot be proven. They're based on someone's thoughts or feelings, their understanding, their perception. And though we can use facts to add credibility to an opinion, it is still an opinion. Okay? And even though it's widely accepted, it still doesn't make it a fact. So if I took a girl to every house in Harford County and asked every person if she was pretty, and every person said yes, and then I went to everyone in the state of Maryland and they all said yes, and everyone in the tri-state area and they said yes, does it make it a fact? No, because somebody somewhere will say, she's all right. Okay? So even though it's widely accepted, it doesn't make it a fact. And we're going to look at a couple examples. So a fact is something that can be proven by a reliable authority, an observation with our senses, law, scientific law, statistics, a history book, math, measurements. Okay? So here are some examples of facts. John F. Kennedy was president. We can verify that through a history book. Or there's 206 bones in the body. Science and autopsies has done that. We can verify statistics. We can look at governmental law to prove or disprove. Okay. Observations are facts as well because they can be proven by the senses. So if we say some flowers are larger than others, yes, that is factual. We can look at a variety of flowers and see it. Or the shirt is green. We can bring in the shirt, okay, and everyone would say yes because they see the color green. Okay. Now, some facts do change over time based on scientific learning. So it was once considered fact that the world was flat, and we thought, if we went too far in either way, we would fall off. But because new things are being discovered, reliable authorities are sometimes forced to alter what we consider to be facts based on science and observation. Okay? Now, opinions we cannot verify as true or false. John F. Kennedy was an excellent president. The adult human body has more bones than necessary. It's unfair for the legal age to vote to be 21 or 18 or whatever statement it is. Those all have words in them that shift from fact to opinion. Excellent, apparently, likely, unfair. They are somebody's opinion. Someone would say, well, JFK was not an excellent president. Or, how do we know there are more bones than necessary? What? Or why is that unfair? So using those words, those loaded words, switches the topic from fact to opinion. All right, so there are some types of opinions we're going to look at. The first type of opinion is a hypothesis. Hypothesis is typically a scientific term. It's an assumption made to explain an observation. Okay, so if I said some flowers are larger than others, right? Fact. But then I add, because they are in more fertile soil. We don't know if that's the truth or not. That's a hypothesis. It would have to be further investigated. There would have to be research done and conclusions drawn. So a statement of a hypothesis is an opinion. Okay. Sorry. So a statement of a theory is an opinion. A theory is an opinion that's widely believed as an explanation for a group of observations. So the theory of relativity or the evolutionary theory, even though a lot of scientists believe in them, it's still considered to be opinions because they have not yet been proven 100%. Assumptions are opinions because it's an improvable prediction. When that movie comes out, it will definitely beat the top of the charts. If Hillary Clinton ran for president, she would definitely win. Right? We don't know those. Those are assumptions. Even though they're stated as true, they're only assumptive opinions. And then statements of value are also opinions. The Bahamas is the most beautiful place on earth, or Colin Powell is an excellent candidate for president, or the use of animals in lab testing is cruel. They offer opinions because the author wants to persuade the audience towards a certain belief. Those are all opinions because it is the value placed by the author, not necessarily everybody. And then exaggerations are also opinions. It embellishes the facts. There were millions of people rioting on the streets. Not really. The president has not made one good decision, not one, not brushing his teeth. Okay. Writers use exaggeration to make their point more clear, but they're still opinions, and we still have to treat them as such. Okay. You want to look out for words like maybe, greatest, best, worst, successful, necessary, probably, valuable, should not. And you want to be careful with experts agree as well, because experts don't agree on anything, quite frankly. All of these will warn you if you read carefully that you're being given an opinion and not a fact. Okay? Now, opinions are not wrong necessarily, but they're not provable. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out which statement is a fact or which statement is an opinion. So push pause and just on a scratch piece of paper, there's 5 sentences. Write F if it's a fact, O if it's an opinion. And when you're done, then unpause. All right, let's see. So the car probably stopped as an opinion. It's a hypothesis. If I were to go on to receive my bachelor's, it's an opinion, it's assumption. There are 121 prescription drugs. That's a fact. We can prove that with science. The tutoring centers are in Falston Hall. That's a fact. We could prove that by traveling there. Or the best way to choose a spouse is an opinion because that's a value statement. How'd you do? All right, so we're going to be continuing to practice with opinion statements. So let me hold on, sorry. Let me pull up your assignment. Okay. That PowerPoint is in Blackboard. It's under reading skills. So as soon as this comes up, Let's see if I can. Yep, so course information, and then reading skills. And from reading skills, you want to scroll down. Okay, we have fact and opinion overview. Part of your homework is the fact or opinion packet. Okay, you're just going to type the answers to this packet in an email to me. There's a couple different exercises, and you're just identifying F for fact, O for opinion, or if it's a fact and an opinion. So you can type them in an email, send them to me. Okay. The second part of your homework comes from Pearson. Now pay close attention to this. I'm going to sign in to Pearson and pull up your page here. Okay. All right. So there we go. It's loading, loading, loading. And we're going to go to the learning path. And once the learning path comes up, I'll just give it a second. We're going to click on critical thinking. Okay. From the critical thinking, you are going to do the overview. Once you read the overview, you're going to click on the model. The model is two parts. There's a fact and opinion and a critical thinking. You're only going to do the fact and opinion. Don't do the critical thinking. We'll work on that later this week. Okay, so you're going to do the fact and opinion packet and then the overview and the first model for Wednesday's class. So email me your fact and opinion answers prior to Wednesday's class. On Wednesday, we will talk about the argument, critical thinking argument piece, which is more challenging. Okay? All right, I have office hours Wednesday and Friday this week if you need me. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.